The planet Buddy Hollia has three major religions and one very basic moral law. Love is real, not fade away. While Peggy Sue has always been revered as an iconic figure, about 5 centuries ago, some people decided that Peggy Sue got married not long ago, and that they ought to only just revere Buddy Holly. Now, the other half still had a great affection for Peggy Sue. That's when the slaughter began. Aliens who live inside a wormhole sent the Buddy Holly songs back in time, along with the promise that one day somebody would come along and explain it all. That man they called the Ollie V. And because I knew some Buddy Holly trivia when I met my first officer, the wormhole aliens stopped time and took me into the wormhole, and now I'm the captain of the ship and an important religious figure to my first officer and a billion little green people. My name is Captain Kenneth Miller Adams. I work for the StarTroopers of the Federated Union. The planet was pretty much divided between the Hollyists and the Peggy Sueians. Now, the Peggy Sueians pretty much lived in the jungle. They were hunted by floating tentacle monsters. Their religion, like pretty much everything else about them, their culture, their literature, it all had a lot of really violent imagery and floating tentacle monsters. Now, the Hollyists, they were big on talking about forgiveness and mercy. They had their share of tentacle monsters, but they had more people and more resources to deal with them. Some kids, they say, even kept tentacle monsters as pets. What they had to deal with on their side of the world was the gravity would just randomly shut off and their shit would just be floating everywhere for days and weeks at a time. I mean, imagine just like having no gravity at all. So, they both had their own problems and they both had to deal with all of their own stuff. But they had the same Buddy Holly songs. The problem was they just used the same Buddy Holly songs to fuel their own anger against each other. We arrived at Buddy Holly on schedule. My first officer and I watched the two moons, Gary and Busey, as we prepared to beam down for our conference with the two warring factions. I am Captain Kenneth Miller Adams, Star Trooper of the Federated Union. Oh, I already said that once, alright.
Captain, we're on the verge of war. Unless we can convince the High Priest that you're the Ollie V, we can all be dead.
But I've never been to Memphis, and doesn't Ollie V come from Memphis, Tennessee?
Stop.
I'm sorry, is that offensive to your religion?
No. Pull yourself together.
Do you really think it could be war?
You don't believe that we're on the eve of destruction?
And one more thing before we go, it is not cool that you have an open flame in a spaceship. You're the aliens that live inside the wormhole, and you stopped time and pulled me inside of here to talk to me about something.
Very good. You need to know they won't believe you. Just speak the truth. Any questions?
Yeah, what is the deal with Gilligan's Island? When they were... Well, good evening, everybody.
Your eyewear offends me, Captain. In my culture, only the highest ruling priest class are allowed to wear glasses. But since you're an alien, we'll let you off, but I want you to know that this would normally demand blood in a ritual bloodbath, where we would eat your heart.
Hey, bring it. Come on, all four of you, right now. Let's go.
No, never mind.
Yeah.
Stop changing the subject, Captain. As you know, the Ollie V was foretold millennia ago as the one who would bring clarity to us in the Valley of Tears. Now, are you claiming that you're the Ollie V?
Hey, you all brought me here.
I've heard that you have a thing for gorillas.
No, man, come on. It was a drunken college prank, okay? We were only experimenting with Photoshop, okay? Dr. Gorilla, my chief medical officer, and I once drunkenly photoshopped myself into an iconic scene of the 1969 20th Century Fox classic Planet of the Apes, now available on Blu-ray and DVD. Since then, people have made the mistaken assumption that she and I have a thing, but we don't. We totally don't. We do, however, share a deep emotional bond formed during the shared trauma of an extreme crisis.
I have a question. Go ahead, brother. Do you, Captain, believe in the three holy tingalings that believers will go on to everlasting refills at Smoky Joe's Cafe and the eternal sacrament of just going steady with one girl at a time?
Respectfully, sir, I don't know what any of that means. I understand it means a great deal to you. Well, now where I come from, folks believe in all kind of different stuff. Some of them don't believe in anything at all. But I think that what most folks can agree on are two basic ideas: love and justice. In my religion, all God ever asked of us to do was to love God and to love one another. So that seems simple enough. Anyway, that's what I believe.
And were you aware, Captain, that the Peggy Suians have been hogging all the gravity on their side of the planet for the last 3 jillion years? We have not. Yes, you have.
I don't think that's how gravity works.
The Hollyists won't give us any rockets to fight the tentacle monsters. Our rockets don't even work in the jungle. Well, then make some jungle rockets or something. You guys pray to Peggy Sue. We do not pray to her. We love her with a love so rare and true.
Well, now, it seems like y'all don't agree on much. You disagree about religion, you disagree about politics. The one thing you do have in common, seems to me, is the Buddy Holly songs, man. And what are they telling us? Love is real, not fade away.
Okay, Duke. Love is all well and good, Captain, but we're talking about centuries of conflict, war, and death.
Hey, I get it, man. It sucks. I can't say it doesn't. But what do you do now? I mean, what are you going to do next? How do you move forward as you deal with one another? That's the only question, man. I mean, stop killing each other. Stop fighting. It's okay to believe different things. However long it takes, take a look at what you have here and figure out a way to make it work. But start by doing it with love. Because love is real, not fade away.
Well, we just don't believe that you're the Ollie V. No, we do not believe that.
Well, now that much is obvious, because as intent as the two of y'all are on killing one another, you sure all came together quick to attack me, when all I'm doing is telling you the one thing that you're supposed to believe already, that love is real.
Not fade away, yeah, we got that.
Look, I'm not solving your problems for you. I'm telling you how to solve them yourselves. In my religion, God tells us love your neighbor as yourself. It's not political, man. It's not even religious. It's just who you are. So be that person. Do what you already claim that you believe and just fix your damn problems, man.
Well, Captain, war has been averted for now, and the Council has passed their first joint resolution in 342 years that they all hate your guts. And you're not the Ollie V.
Well, Sonny, I have to be honest with you. I don't even think that I am the Ollie V.
Big giant monster.